Hi, I'm Rick with Top, and today we're going to walk you through the installation of the Skyrider on your 2021 and up four-door Bronco. We've laid everything out here that comes included in the box to install everything you need, including left and right main attach brackets, left and right side rails, control links, right and left rear door rails, right and left front door rails, 1.5 bow and number 2 bow, attach bracket, the Skyrider fabric assembly, hardware, and seals. We'll go over the tools you need to complete the installation on each step, but it's basically Torx bits, 30, 40, and 50. The first steps in the installation is to remove the front row and the second row panels off the roof of the Bronco, and then we're going to take the screws out and move the rear back just a little bit to aid with the installation, and then it all goes back on for your Skyrider. Say goodbye to this. It really helps to have a second person while you're doing this, and refer to the owner's manual to get all the steps. You need to disconnect the wiring harness and the washer line before you move the hardtop back. We moved the hardtop back a little bit so we could get access to these screws. Remove these screws and save them for later. We're going to replace them when we put our attach bracket on. We're going to attach with a T30 and the 25mm long screws. Once the attach bracket's on, put the hardtop back in place and replace all those fasteners. When you reinstall the rear hardtop, there's one fastener up here on each side that you leave out and we'll put back in later on the installation. Now we've moved up on top of the vehicle where we're going to remove 4 screws on each side. Save those screws, we're going to reuse them later. Repeat that on the other side. After shooting the video, we discovered these brackets were left on, but they should have been removed. So for your installation, remove these brackets and store them with the hardtop panels. Our next step is to install the front door rails. There is a right and a left on this. The large bracket is going to be at the front, and they both always go to the inside. We're going to reinstall using the fasteners we just removed. Don't forget to repeat that step on the other side. We've moved back to the table to do the assembly of the side rails to the main pivot brackets. Take some time to get familiar with the parts. There are lefts and rights for both sides. The best way to tell is the bumper on the bracket is to the rear, and the molding has an arrow that points towards the front. When you assemble these, the fastener head will be pointing to the inside. The assembly goes together with 2 T30 screws. Repeat that for the other side. To install the side rail assemblies, make sure you get the correct side. The bumper will be towards the rear of the vehicle, and it goes up on top, and we're going to reinstall using the screws that we had just removed. Make sure you repeat that on the other side. Next, we're going to put on the rear door rail. There's a left and a right on this, and we're going to reuse one of the fasteners we already took off and one that was in the kit. Make sure you put the tab underneath the bracket on the hardtop. T30 on the front screw, T50 on the back. Repeat that step for the other side. To finish installing the rear door rail, we're going to attach one screw to the main pivot bracket. T30 for this screw. Repeat that for the other side. You need a friend to help you out with this next step. We've moved the top to the hood. We put something down to protect it, and we've positioned it so that we can put the front up on top of the windshield. To attach the side rail, once you have the one bow in position, just reach up, pull it down, and we're going to attach at the front using 2 M6 screws. It's a T30 installation for these screws. When you pull the side rail down, that gas strut will compress, which actually helps with operating the top up and down. But watch out, don't let go, otherwise it'll snap back up into position if you're not prepared. Now we're going to repeat that step on the other side. To install the 1.5 bow, make sure the plastic pivot goes towards the front of the vehicle and the tab is going to be pointing down. T30 to install the pivot screws, one on each side. Take it easy when you're putting these screws in, you don't want to strip them out. To install the two bow, it's very similar. The pivot goes towards the front, but this one has two brackets. The one closest to the pivot is going to be facing up on the vehicle. Repeat that on the other side. We're going to connect the 1.5 and the 2 bow using the small control links. We'll attach using the same pivot screws. To attach the rear control links, take some time to really look at these because they look very close, but there is a left and a right. There should be some stickers on here that tell you which direction is towards the front, and there are an even or an odd number will determine left or right. Now we're ready to move the top onto the vehicle. You really need some help for this one. Close the doors, move the mirrors in, and just pick that up and rotate it all the way to the back. And then turn it over. Right? Lift this up. After getting it put up on the vehicle, we're going to install the header seal. To install the cable at the rear of the door rail, you're going to have to find the cable. It might have slipped up inside the pocket here. You just go up and get it and pull it out. You should have plenty of it to work with. You find the position where it goes in, you align it, slide it forward, and then install a Christmas tree fastener to secure it in place. We've moved back on top here to attach the rear halo assembly to the vehicle using 2 M8 screws. T40 for these. Two on each side. I've moved inside the vehicle to show you the installation of the screw on the attach bracket to the rear halo here. 1 M8 screw that will attach with a T40. Next, close the top to secure the latches. Thanks for joining me today for the installation of this Best-Top Skyrider on your 2021 and up Bronco four-door. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate. Reach out to us at customerservice@besttop.com. Looking forward to seeing you out on the trail.